Welcome. As it says, I'm an average player. I believe myself to be an average player. What do I think that means? It means that I've finished Desert. I beat Desert Claws. I haven't fought the Witch yet because I just started this before the final level was available. I beat Desert Claws through grit, determination, and grinding. There's no subtlety to my play. I am weak in melee, platforming, spatial awareness, staying healthy. And I watch Homie play, and I think, yeah, I can't do that. He makes it look easy with all these oddball adverse loadouts, and I'm not at that level. And I want to improve all these things. So how can I force myself to improve these things? I thought I'd start doing Sulflocks. It would force me to do melee in the beginning, see how far I could get. I noticed while watching one of the Homie Sulflocks that he had a commenter that said, he'd like to see, he or she would like to see a video played by a mere mortal. I'm hoping that these recordings and future recordings help. Now, the reason I die, I've categorized them generally as weak melee, forgetting to eat, forgetting to use magical foods, which I cook and collect to do all sorts of interesting things that I rarely use. Forgetting to reload my weapon, which I've seen other videos, people forgetting to do that without suffering too many consequences. I seem to suffer those consequences. Forgetting to run away. I'm weak in traffic. I'm weak in remember which way to go and what's behind me. Too often I back myself into a corner. So it's general spatial awareness information. I also have hubris, extra self-confidence, which I shouldn't. I think I could just force my way through things. And there you see the platforming issues. And it's just not true. And also impatience. I think that, a lot of players just get impatient and want to power through, and they don't. So these are my first Sulflocke runs. I recorded full runs, but speed up the boring bits. You'll see a lightning bolt in the upper right hand corner with the speed up. It's either 2 times or 3 times. And also I slow down when I think there's things that are interesting. In this first video, I'm showing my baseline skills, which need improvement, those kind of things. See, here I have trouble with the platforming. I showed earlier I can get up to that spot, and I know they don't follow me up there, but when I need to get up there, it just didn't happen. So improved platforming is necessary. Why did I choose Sulflocke? Because you start without the dirt. You start without any armor, including the priest shirt. You start naked, and in my case, afraid. I just want to start with the sword, with the wakizashi, so that I have to use it. So here, I'm about to enter a world with dogs, and if I listen carefully, I would hear the ticking, so I know I'm going to deal with something that you don't particularly want to deal with a sword, and that's a ticking dog. And again, here I forgot to reload. That's one of those things, especially in a single shot. I know there's 2 other dogs. The dogs used to be a lot worse. The dogs used to jump down from the platform behind the entrance and just pounce on you. There's less of that now. So here I'm about to experience compounding miscalculations. I didn't realize going up and backwards would trigger both dogs. And I didn't have an exit. I didn't think to just run away. So the lesson is stay loaded, count your enemies, always you leave yourself an exit. That's going to repeat many times before it sinks in. On to chapter 2. So I play a variation of the Homie rules for Sulflocke because he really is focused on expert play. I'm not quite that sophisticated. So I depart from his rules in 4 or 5 different ways. First, he only uses unlabeled oils, which makes it very random. But I find that I don't see that many unlabeled oils. I want my weapons ranked up a lot faster. So what I do is I collect the oils and I'll apply them in the order I find them to the weapon that ranks up. So this adds 1 level of strategy that Homie doesn't have to deal with, and that is you might strategically switch weapons in order to get the next oil to apply to that. The weapon will rank up and the oil will apply and you know what it's applying to. That's fun for me because I don't know the oils that well. The other second thing that I add is buying from church vendors. I find that I need to buy from the church vendors. I need to sell to the church vendors. So I treat all the church vendors the same as the vendors that I would find in a level. Here's that spatial awareness problem coming up right off the edge. And a timing problem. Come on. Okay. So I treat the church vendors as the same as any of the level vendors. I can sell to them, I can buy from them, I can buy food, I can buy ammo. For Ralphie, you can do repairs. Homie plays a little bit different. He allows purchasing of unlabeled oils from Kevin. That seems reasonable, but like I say, I play a small variant from that. The other 2 variants from Homie are fine points that he hasn't addressed. First is I allow scroll mixing. If you happen to have 2 scrolls that you can't apply yet, and you can mix them, Kevin can mix them for you, why not? It's basically an attachment to a scroll. It's an enhancement to a scroll. The same thing with the boot. If you manage to get a boot and a septic oil, why not let those combine into a spring boot? I love the spring boot. So this is routine stuff. Check to see if there's a chest. Slightly better with the swordsman. Remembering to collect the food, but not necessarily eat it. Notice I below half health. I finally realized I better do something. Like, how bad can these dogs be? I need to find a cauldron. I'll try to take them on with pretty high health. The problem is I'm carrying a grenade, and I don't have a weapon, and I'm so used to pulling the trigger. It's probably bad for me to carry a grenade. The other thing is I have spatial awareness. I forgot that I just came down an air tunnel. I don't have any place to go, so I pulled the trigger. I kill the dogs, but I kill myself. Need to look behind me. Need to figure out where I've come from. But it is a Steam achievement. On to chapter 3. Jar of poison. This is a dangerous thing in my hands. That's why I put it in inventory. I don't want to be carrying this thing and accidentally throw it. Even in the best of circumstances. That was a miracle. I've never had it work that well before. In terms of the poison, it's always been problematic. Even when I try to use it, I end up poisoning myself. So here I get distracted by the baby goblin, not paying attention to the second level threat, which is the archer in the background. I take the hit, which is crazy. You've got to learn to separate out those two enemies and deal with them individually. Getting a little more aggressive in taking out the archers. Learn their shooting timing a little bit better now that I'm paying more attention to that. I want to cook, but I also need to take care of enemies before I get into the cooking phase. See, again, I'm not looking at the second level threat or the third level threat. I'm not really looking behind me. And I'm not looking at my health. I'm lucky on that one. This is why I need to practice platforming. I know there's a way up there. And it's only because I'm doing the cooking that I'm going to realize, oh, I better eat. Crack ball. No explosives, so I can open it. I might have used an explosive to deal with this threat. It's not ticking, but it is burning. Limited health. What should I do? Find some space. When he comes in, run around him. Try not to burn on the pools of lava. Drinks. On to the next level. Gotta look back. Sometimes there's stuff there. Timing's off. I need to get out of the way before the archers pull me, which okay, just ran out of health. Gotta remember to eat. Didn't have much to eat, but maybe I should have eaten the taco. It was there. Chapter 4. So what to do with the non-aggressive goblins? I see them as problematic. They get in your way. If you kill them, you can walk right through them. Otherwise, if they're living, they're an immovable force. They can block your way when you're trying to move backwards. So, eliminating that problem might not seem so bad. There are also tattletales. They go running off into the next cave sometimes and draw additional enemies into your cave that you're dealing with. Also, I'm not the only one that thinks this. The dogs think this. When you have the dog whistle, or when you have the dark lamp, they will take out these passive goblins. There's got to be a reason. There's something they know. So I just follow their lead. This is something I did learn early on. If you hear the enemies all fighting each other, let them burn themselves out. Here I think, oh, maybe I should have food on the hot bar so I can just press 4 or 5 and eat quickly. And then I realize I can't do that in general. It's probably better if I have it in my inventory so I see it when I open the inventory instead of having to look at the hot bar. That kind of indecision has continued since the beginning and is based on watching better players play and thinking I should get to that level, but not quite there yet. Wasn't sure what to expect after the machine gunner got through with these guys. Not sure what happened. That was lucky. Lucky slice. Stiff usually has some food. Usually has a good collection of ammo. I think I might need something to drink, because if I catch on fire and I don't have water convenient, it might be nice to put the fire out. So it's worth a trade. Cappuccino might have done the same thing. So it looks like I'm getting the timing down better. I did remember to eat, but I didn't remember to eat during battle. It was only after. And that singular focus on battle and then eating does not serve me very well. It becomes problematic. And I'm not sure how to condition myself to check all the time for health. I mean, what I should do is whenever I see damage happen, the screen get the edges red from incurring damage. I should have the health bar out of the corner of my eye. And it is down in the corner of the screen, so it should be a good place in the corner of my eye. but I haven't trained myself to do that. Dynamite's a funny thing. I have learned not to hold it out too long. I've also tended to put it in my inventory when I don't have anything else in my hand, because I'll end up keeping it out too long and blow myself up. I've gotten that achievement. I think I've learned my lesson. We'll see. This barrel. I don't know the full distance. I have to inch forward. I do miss that there's a grenade here. I see it in retrospect. And I should know when there's multiple barrels, there's probably some sort of explosive available. But... Hello. Hello. Glum. I do like the rod sub paste. I like the idea of being able to slow down time. I buy it from her. It's inedible, but I just don't use it correctly. I don't use it ever. It sits in my inventory. I think I've only used it a couple times in the 50 times I've purchased it. The oils and scrolls in order so that I know how to apply them if I ever do get a weapon. Got basic hiding, but I'm not fully keeping track of the second level threat, which is the archer standing behind, which is happy to shoot me from far away. There's an archer on fire. Just oozing poison. Oh. I'm not sure how he got me that time, but you don't have to fight everyone. Looking for something. Didn't find it. I think I was confused. Went the wrong way. Again, a dead dog. It's kind of confusing. I didn't kill the dog. Bloody mess, so I didn't die of old age. This time I remember which way to go. Now I've entered a maze of twisty little passages, all different. So I have to decide, do I go forward or I try to get the chest that's generally with the sniper and his dog? I decide to move on. But I haven't checked my health. It was after the battle, not during. Not even before. Too many problems, but again, I don't check my health. Oh, stuck. Now I get it cornered, trying to escape. Now I finally eat. So I've gone pretty far without a weapon. I've got to exercise my melee quite a bit. I know there's a ghost coming. I heard the sound. I'm just going to take it as it appears. I hear it. And it lifts me up. What's going on? I'm employing my standard strategy for ghosts I can't locate, and that is to turn and slash as much as possible. Now I have to add a third dimension to that, is that slashing down. Check my health before I started this process. I haven't checked my health during the focus. I just run off the cliff. They're trying to get behind a tree, trying to get beyond the poisonous archer. Sort of glad I picked up the headphones first, but now everything's quiet. It's hard to hear what's going on. I also see a brain. I know a brain's worth 100, so I want to make some space for it. Earmuffs. Suck. Get away. I always stop on that middle platform. Sometimes there's a chest there. It also gave me an opportunity to look at what I collected, and I realized, oh, I should eat. My health was pathetically low. This is a bad spot to be. I don't like getting trapped in here. 2 archers. Problematic. Ah! Again, different chapter, same lesson. You gotta eat during battle. You can't just wait till the end of it. That's enough for today. So melee, slightly better. Platforming, slightly better. Reloading needs work. Situational awareness, ugh. Strategy, inconsistent. Impatience, moderate. Hubris, still elevated. Well, until next time, thank you for watching.